So I just finished making this video and I got to thinking about it a little bit, and one thing that came to mind after answering these questions myself is that these are really great questions to ask people you don't know. So great conversation starters, like for first dates, or even if you're just trying to make friends, or like you move to a new place and you don't know what to ask people. These are great character questions because you get to really see what people think about up front, because these aren't normal questions to ask people, so they're not going to be expecting it and they won't have like pre-planned answers for them. So it really reflects a lot about who they are. I will say mine are a little tailored differently because I don't want to talk about certain things right now, but I did try to keep it to the first things that came to mind as much as I could. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. And like I said from the first video, those are great questions to get to know someone too, but I feel like for first dates especially, it might be a little weird to ask what gives your life meaning, like right off the bat. That's not necessarily a question that you'd want to ask, but like I said, these are very like fun ways to ask people about certain aspects of their life and to get to know them in ways that they're not gonna expect either, and that'll make you stick out too. And so challenge people to think differently, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. Hey guys, so really exciting video for you today. First of all, I just want to say that I have hit over 100 subscribers and it seems to be climbing kind of consistently. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, and I'm very excited about it. This is my first video since I've hit 100 subscribers, and I'm already, last I looked, was around 160. So that's really exciting. It looks like my hair video kind of like took off a little bit with some exposure, got quite a few views on that. So thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. And I do want to say that it's been really exciting. I did have a couple of comments on one of my videos a while back, like shortly after I uploaded it, but didn't really get much response from it. But I do want to say shout out to Crystal for watching my videos and for interacting with them, because that's why I'm doing YouTube, is to meet new people and just have conversation. So thank you so much, and shout out to your son, Kayvon. I think I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. Actually, I have a friend named Kevon, but shout out to you too. Thank you for watching and for commenting. Great to hear from you. Today I wanted to continue with my little facts about me. Again, I haven't pre-read the questions because I'm not going to pre-read 200 questions and just be answering like 10 of them. I'm not going to waste the time doing that, so I think it's more fun to just see what comes first to mind. And I actually had started this video already and I forgot to turn my mic on. So I did already answer the first question because I didn't realize it till after that. But the first question, what would you do if you knew you were going to die in 1 hour? And I answered that with kind of, I guess, what most people would say, and I would spend it with my family. If I only had 1 hour, like, I'm not gonna go out and do something super crazy. I might contact some people that I might not have ended on good terms with, just to try to like go ahead and go out as peacefully as possible. But I would just want to be surrounded by people who love me. Now if I knew a little more in advance, then I would probably do like a trip to Greece or like explore Europe or something like that if I had a few weeks and knew ahead of time, which would be nice. And I look like a frat guy with this on, with the shirt and everything. On to the next one. What are you looking forward to in the coming months? So actually this is a great question. I am very excited that I will be graduating this year with my master's and anticipating here at UT to stay for my PhD. But I'm really starting to pull some things together on figuring out career-wise what I want to do or what I might want to do my postdoc in, going more more the industry route with my career as opposed to academia. So, you know, looking at food industry or potentially like biotech, pharmaceutical companies, things of that nature. So I'm really excited to finally be nailing down my career. What website do you visit most often? Let's see here if I can think of something appropriate. No, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I'm not going to be boring and say anything related to school, although that's probably my most honest answer. Yeah, Mia's even getting upset with that answer. I'm probably going to have to say, honestly, YouTube. I'm just going to have to say YouTube because I keep that on in the background. I have people I'm subscribed to and I love their videos and I just like to hear them running in the background while I'm working or something like that. So probably YouTube or Instagram, even though yes, they're apps, like especially Instagram is more thought of as an app, but it is a website. It's just used more in app form. If you were dictator of a small island nation, what crazy dictator stuff would you do? I'd probably like have some bizarre like requirements, like people with physical activity, or you know, I'd have a lot of requirements regarding food and things of that nature. But I guess if you're on an island, you would be more inclined to be growing your own food and not have to worry about processing and things of that nature. But like I said, I have a very healthy, or I try to live a very healthy lifestyle. So something along those lines. But I will say pet peeve wise, like when I'm on the road, I have terrible road rage. Not that this island would have roads necessarily, but I would honestly, if I ever got in that mood, I would probably be like, people of a certain IQ level would not be able to be on my island because I can only deal with so much stupidity when it comes to certain things, like how to drive your car. That stuff drives me nuts. I just want people who enjoy living, being healthy, and carry intellectual conversation. Ooh, what do you take for granted? That's a hard question to answer on the spot. There's so many things that like I take for granted every day. I feel like, you know, not to be like y'all do too, but I feel like a lot of people take just anything for granted. We all do now. Like my car, I'm very grateful to have a car, especially in this heat that we're having. The hottest September in the history of Central Texas. Like it has been ridiculous, still hitting over 100, and it'll be October in just a few days. So it's insane how hot. This is hotter than Albuquerque. I moved here from Albuquerque and I know it's like a different type of heat because of the humidity versus no humidity, but it is way hotter here. Like even if Albuquerque had humidity, I feel like this would still be hotter than the desert. Being able to afford my own food and go grocery shopping, my phone for sure, like I use my phone all the time. But yeah, I could honestly go on and on and on, and I don't mean that to make it out like I'm a bad person, but no, I'm very grateful for a lot of the things that I do have. What TV channel doesn't exist but really should? I would like to say it would be pretty cool to go into like the life of a musician, like a professional musician, like have something weekly where it could be like a classical musician, orchestral works, modern contemporary, interview these famous musicians, not necessarily all classical instruments or anything like that. I mean, even rock bands, literally any genre, and just have like talks with the people on a regular basis. Like, how did you get to this point? Like, what equipment do you use? Like, I know for me, with my clarinet, I actually just bought an A clarinet, finally on its way. Hopefully it'll sound nice. It would be awesome to hear like all the different equipment that professionals use and like audition tips, things of that nature. I could go on and on about this, so sorry I won't shut up on this one, but it would just be really cool to see that side of like the music industry and like see how they got into their profession more so as opposed to just the school aspect of it. You know, what's the lifestyle of a classical musician nowadays? You know, how has it transformed in the past 50 years with technology advancing and people not holding interest as much much in classical music, or how can you increase their interest or improve their perception of classical music? What question would you most like to know the answer to? This is a hard one because I could honestly come up with so many for this one. It's like, would I want to use it for selfish reasons or to help people? But as a scientist, like, how to remediate all disease, like all diseases, not just cancer, not just this or that. So many people are affected by so many things, and it would be so awesome to have an answer to remediate all of those without people having to like change their lifestyle too much. Like, that would be a gold mine right there. How different was your life 1 year ago? You know, a year ago I had just been in Austin for like a month and a half. Well, no, about 2 months, close to 2 months at this point. And so I had a lot of like anxiety and stress. I didn't know people here, not a lot of people, and I was just getting started with my first year of grad school in science after doing grad school in music. So it's completely different, different expectations, different way of using your time. I'm not practicing, you know, 20 or 30 hours a week and in rehearsals for several hours a week, whatever. I'm using that time to do homework and do data analysis and run stats and to do my own research and work on my thesis and prepare for conferences and do, okay, well, a year ago I wasn't. I need to keep it in context, but you get the idea. So I just had a lot of new stuff going on, just moved into a new place with, you know, 4 people I didn't know. So just trying to get comfortable and getting into a routine. Personal life wise, I'll put that on the back burner. Like I said, actually in the last Facts About Me video, same type of response. There is something that I want to talk about, just not sure how I want to approach it yet, and I want to be very careful on how I approach it. What movie title best describes your life? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pick one that already exists, but How to Be Single. that is like me 100% now. Like, I have been single now for like a year and roughly, yeah, a little over a year and a half. I have been single, and I have been actually very happy and not necessarily wanting to be in a relationship. I've tried to date and it has not worked out very well. I end up being too busy, and the person like doesn't understand what grad school is like. And so I feel like that's kind of a big thing the past year and couple of months that I've been here. The handful of people that I've like dated, just not fully understanding the time commitment, and even people I haven't necessarily dated but hung out with still not understanding that. So it's like friends, and then kind of like people I'm more than friends with but not necessarily like in a relationship. I have not been in a relationship at all in a little over a year and a half. So How to Be Single, it was hard at first, but now I'm like kind of loving it because I have my own apartment now and I have my own time for everything. I don't have to please someone else. Finally, I'm giving back to myself, and I'm, like I said in my first video, I keep referencing the facts video, but it's true, like I'm a people pleaser, and so whenever I'm in relationships, I kind of just put myself on the back burner and lose myself in that way. So now that I like know who I am truly, and I'm learning still about things I like, things I want, it's been great for me. And so like How to Be Single would be my movie title. If you could make a 20-second phone call to yourself at any point in your life, present or future, when would you call and what would you say? So though I've like kind of told you or led you guys to believe some of the things that have happened to me recently have not been so great, I don't think I'd want to prevent those things from happening, because it's really made me it really has made me a stronger person. I know it sounds so cliche, a lot of people say that, like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it's so true. So as far as like the big things in my life, those first come to mind, but I don't think I'd really actually do that. I want to say So being the adult now that I am, I would probably tell myself back in high school to work even harder because of the debt that I'm in now. So with high school, I in 9th grade kind of took off. Like I hit the ground running. Up until 9th grade, I was always an A-B student in middle school, elementary school. I even slipped like a C or 2 in middle school. I just didn't care about my work as much. I knew I didn't have to try very hard to get decent grades, so I just kind of I remember doing my homework in the car on my way to school. My mom would be so mad at me, but like stuff like that, I waited literally till the day of like homework was due to do my homework. But looking back, like I made friends with the right people in 9th grade and I love them all to death still to this day, even though I don't talk to them very often at all, if at all. But they really influenced me to push myself more. Like, don't be okay with just getting by. And so like even though I was like coming home with great grades, straight A's all through high school, and like I'd show my mom, and in 9th grade she was like super happy for me, but she kept telling me to just push harder. Like, why is this a 93 or 94? Why is it not a 100? You know, I became one of those people. But she warned me. She was like, this is great, but if you want to take it even further and really get good scholarships and things like that, you gotta be like the best. And I ended up doing really well. Our class was super competitive and I had like a 102.5 GPA in high school, and I was ranked number 9 in my class. And so super competitive, and like a lot of us in the top 20 were like in dual enrollment, so we were doing college classes at a local community college at the same time. And so we were literally all doing all we could to like help us boost our rank and everything. And then like up until my junior year is where I started like my report card, literally 98 was like the lowest grade on my report card. So it was like I was striving, but if I had had that back in 9th grade from working harder earlier than 9th grade, getting that work ethic like back in middle school before I got to 9th grade, then I wouldn't have been so behind. And I feel like that would have prepared me a little bit more, because I ended up going to college to the school that offered me the least amount of money, and I do not regret that at all. University of Alabama has my heart. Like, best decision still to this day. Financially not, but for me it was. But I'd probably like study harder and work even harder for that like higher ACT score to get that full ride scholarship or something like that. That way I wouldn't be in so much debt now. So that's it for this video. I don't want to make it too long. I hope you enjoyed it. Got to talk a lot about school in this video, but that's kind of my life right now. So are any of you in school, like in grad school or just in starting college? Like, do you have any questions about anything? Let me know. I pursued science and music, and I did so many other things. I did international honors, so I took a lot of languages and like cultural classes as well. I did a research program, emerging scholars program, so got hooked into research my freshman year of college, like working in a microbiology virology lab. So that was really, really cool. But yeah, if you have any questions or advice about college, let me know. I have been through a lot of different things, so that's one thing that I could give you great advice on, and maybe I can make a video on it if I got enough people to ask questions. But if there are any of you struggling in grad school, making time for anything, I'm right there with you. So hang in there, it'll pay off in the end. Just remember that always. Surround yourself with good people who support you, even if they don't see you for weeks on end. Hit that like button, and please smash that subscribe button, because I make new videos every week and I will continue doing this. It's something that relaxes me and it's a lot of fun for me to do, and it makes me feel better. So I'm kind of doing this as like a stress relief type thing while I'm in grad school, and who knows what it can become. Share my videos if you don't mind, or just drop a comment, say hello, because I love meeting new people. So thanks again for over 100 subscribers. Who knows, maybe by the next video I'll have over 200. That'll be so exciting and so awesome. Thanks again. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye.